Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our asana practice. We will be focusing on flexibility today, and we're going to bring in some moon salutations and different postures that can open up the hips and the front of the chest as we investigate the myriad of possibilities of asana practices. So we'll begin with mantra, and make sure that you have your yoga sticky mat and anything comfortable to prop your hips on. So let's come into a seated position. Let's crisscross the legs in Sukhasana. Bring your spine to a nice erect lift. Let your hips descend down. And as you lift up, let the shoulders also relax down. So there's like this center channel that's moving up and your shoulders are rolling down and back. You can roll the inner thighs to the outer thighs and then notice if that helps feel more comfortable. So let's rest the hands on the tops of the thighs, and when you're ready, close your eyes. And let's have a nice long deep breath in. And a nice long deep breath out. Relax your jaw, you relax your tongue and your throat. And let's repeat, inhale, big long breath in. And a nice long breath out. Just letting go anything that you brought to the mat, to your practice that really you don't need right now. Let's inhale again. And exhale all the way out. Good, couple more, inhale. Just feel the breath really filling your lungs, expanding your rib cage. Exhale out. And then one more, inhale. And softly let it go, exhale. Good, coming to the palms, joining at the heart center. Let your thumbs rest at the tops of the sternum. Good, and just connect again to the breath, to that inner landscape. Setting this time aside for you to practice asana. And ending with some pranayama at the end. Let's go ahead and join each other in chanting Om 3 times. So inhale. Om. 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 Okay, just bow your forehead down and complete another nice long breath, just further letting go of anything that is disturbing you, that is on your mind. Allow the exhale to sort of cleanse the mind and prepare you for your practice. Good, let's rub the palms together and create a little warmth in the palms. And once your hands feel a little warm, place the hands over the eyes and then inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands out and then all the way down. Good, let's reach the legs out and let's come off of the support if that's okay. If you'd like to stay on the support, no problem. Let's crisscross the shins the opposite direction, and let's begin by just churning in our trunk. So come and just do a little light circles, leaning forward and back, and shifting your shoulders up and down. Good, and just kind of oiling and greasing through the joints. So flexibility, is usually we think about it in terms of hamstrings, and muscles, but we can also bring a little bit of conductivity and flexibility in the joints. They're not as responsive to overstretching, which is not good. We don't want to do that. We want to keep the muscles strong around the joints, but sometimes they can get stiff and tight. So let's try the other direction now, and then really moving the elbows and the wrists and the shoulders as you turn side to side. You stay with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Good, keep going. Just really relax as you turn and churn. Good, one more. Good, let's stabilize. Now inhale, reach up, and then exhale down. Good, reach up again, inhale, and then exhale down, and then inhale up. And then from here, arms come forward, and let's fold forward, come into a forward bend over in your Sukhasana. And inhale, let's look up, and let's walk our hands over to the right. And then go back to the center and walk your hands all the way over to the left. Good, and then go back to center again, stretch forward. And then inhale, come up. And as you do that, just lean back like you're rowing a boat and come forward. And then row back again, forward, and row back. And now from here, let your legs come up and just balance on your tailbone. And then switch the cross of the legs. Good, reach up and down. And then up again. Good, this time, keep the arms suspended and just drop your right hand to the side. And let's come into a lateral stretch. Good, let your hand drop around your head. Good, and then come up. And then exhale, let's go the other side. And let the hand, again, drape around the head and up. Keep the chest lifted. And up. And reach. And up. And reach. And again. And now begin to straighten the elbow over the head and reach. And reach. And reach. And then reach one more time. And then let's rise up. And then exhale, open the arms up to the side. Let your chest lift. Good, and then rock back again. Switch the cross of the legs. And let's twist to the right. Lift your chest. Look over your right shoulder. Good, now exhale, look over your left shoulder. Stay in the twist. Flex the feet a little bit, the ankle. Good, and then release. Lift the back, turn towards the left. And then exhale, look over your right shoulder. Good, and then exhale, sweep to the right again, and one breath per side. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, back to center, inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach the arms all the way to the side again. Good, let's rock back again. And balance on your tailbone. And then now crisscross your feet, come forward. Come into a child pose and just stretch back. Good, then inhale, let's look up, and exhale, let's walk the hands to the right again. Lengthen. And then exhale back to center. Let's go to the left. And then come back to the center again and pop up onto the hands and knees. Walk your hands forward. Come into a gentle puppy dog, just opening up the front of the chest. Stack your hips over your knees. Good, let's come up. Take your right elbow under, your right arm under your left elbow and come into a thread the needle twist. Good, so we're just really lengthening through the lateral side of the body to begin to create space in the trunk and warm the body up. Good, let's release, then walk back into that puppy dog. Shrink your chest towards the sticky mat. And then come up and thread the left elbow under the right arm. Good, and then let's release and then stretch down again, the puppy dog. And then come back and release back into the Vajrasana, sit on the heels. So we're going to begin with a variation of Moon Salutations that you can find in the Bihar School of Yoga. Then we'll move into the Moon Salutations that are, I think, from Kripalu from the 20th century. All right, so we're going to inhale. We're going to reach the arms up, come up, reach back, in like a camel pose, and then exhale. We're going to come down and come into a child pose. And then again, inhale, reach up, and exhale, come down. Let's do it a few times, warming up the back. Inhale up, arch back, and exhale. Two more. Inhale up, exhale down, and up, and then all the way down again. We're going to go into the 8-pointed bow from a very low angle. So take the elbows to the side, scrape the chest to the floor, and come into a low cobra. Lift the chest. Good. And then exhale, lift your tailbone and press all the way back. Let's try that again. Inhale, scrape through. Cobra. Lift the tailbone and press back. Okay, one more. Inhale. Come through. And then exhale, lift the tailbone and scrape back. Okay, then come up onto your hands and knees. Step your left foot up. Come into a low lunge. Bring your head down. Connect to the earth. And then exhale. Step your right foot up. Come into a forward bend and fold. Good. Rest here. Quietly stretching. And then inhale. And exhale, step your left leg back. And come back into a low lunge. Rest your forehead down on your right thigh. And internalize your awareness. Good. And then exhale, we're going to step the right leg back, then come back into Yoga Mudrasana. And then inhale, come up onto the knees. Let's sweep your arms back. And exhale, float down. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. And then one more. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. Stay low. Inhale, come through knees, chest, chin. Low cobra. And then lift back, taking the tailbone up first. And back. Again, inhale, scrape through. And then exhale, move back. Inhale, come through. And then exhale, let's move back. And come up onto the hands and knees, and then take your right foot up. Come to that low lunge, drawing the head towards the knee. And exhale, step the left foot up and fold. Inhale here, and then exhale, pause. After the third breath, inhale. And then exhale, step your right leg back. Again, nice little lunge. And then zip the left leg back. And now here, from here, come up onto the hands and knees. This time, curl your toes. Let's lift up into the downward facing dog. And just walk it out. Take a little walk. Then walk your feet about halfway forward and walk your hands back and stretch down. Bring your hands either in front of your feet or to the sides of the feet and fold. Good, then from here, let's bring the arms back and forward and rise up, come up into a tall position, and then lift the heels up and come into toes down. And then exhale, release the hips, the heels down, and fold all the way down. Now bring your hands out in front of your feet. And if you like, you can come on into tippy toes, or you can use a block. From here, we're gonna take the feet hip distance apart, and we're gonna lift the heels off the floor. Push into the floor and feel the lower abdomen engage. Good, stacking the heels as much as you can. Good, and then exhale, let's release. And then from here, we're gonna inhale, scoop the arms forward and up. And then lift the heels. And balance. And then exhale, leave the heels down. And one more time, fold. Bring the hands out in front. Lift the heels up, pressurize the hands on the floor. And then bring the heels to the floor. Everybody bring your feet together, bend your knees, come up Utkatasana, come into the chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart and let's turn to the right, come into a little twist. Again, opening the lateral side of the body. And then reach the arms back up, come back up into Utkatasana, and exhale, let's turn to the left. Good, and release. Everybody come all the way up to standing, and then exhale, release the arms to the side. Inhale, bring the arms up, turn them all the way up to the ceiling. And then exhale, we're gonna lean to the right. Bring your right arm down and lengthen over the left ear. Good, sweep your right arm up now to the right ear and come up. And then exhale to the other side. Inhale, straighten out both elbows if possible. Release the left arm down, lengthen. Good, reach the left arm up and come up. And now exhale to the right and to the left, to the right, and to the left, and to the right, and to the left. Come up again, and come up again. Good, and then rise all the way up, and then exhale, let's release. Good, so we're gonna start out on the right side of the mat. Come standing. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, now we're gonna move into the other variation of Moon Salutation. Reach the arms up. Good, and then lean towards the left and lean towards the right. Inhale, come up. Take a big giant step with your left leg and step out. Come into Jala Mudra, bend the knees. Come into Devi Asana. Lift the chest. Good, now turn towards the left. Turn your right toes in, left leg out. Come into Uttita Trikonasana. And then inhale, rise up and turn over the left leg and fold all the way down. Good, lengthening and stretching through the sides, the back of the leg. And then inhale, look forward, bend your left knee, come up into Anjaneyam. All right, and then exhale, release. And we're going to bring in a variation. We're going to come into pigeon press. So bring your left foot over towards the right. Lift your chest. Good. Press and lift. We're not going to come down right now. Take the hands to the outside of the front leg. Stretch and lift the chest. Good. And then exhale, you're going to lift the hip, replace the left foot down. And then we're going to turn to the right. Stretch into the left thigh. Come into the side squat. And then exhale, go to the other side. Come into a side squat. Good. Inhale, turn towards the right. Come up. And exhale, release. Come to pigeon on this other side. Bring the right foot over towards the left. Align your left leg in the center of your mat. Look up. Square out your hips. Good. And then exhale, let's replace the leg back into the lunge and straighten out the right leg. Look up and fold over the right leg. And then inhale, raise your left arm up. Come up into triangle pose. And then inhale, rise up. Come back into the Davy pose. And then inhale, we're going to step to the left. Bring the arms up. Stretch over towards the right. And switch over towards the left. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Keep going. Inhale, reach up. Stretch to your right. And then to the left. Inhale, rise up. Take a big giant step with that right leg. Step out. Davy pose. Inhale. Exhale, turn to your right. Uttansasana. Exhale, fold. Purvottanasana. Inhale, bend the knee, come down to deep lunge. Anjanasana. And then exhale, come down. Repeat, back into Kapala Bhati. You can press into the shin now. Lift and lift up. Good. And then exhale, let's bend the left knee, grab hold of the left ankle or the left foot, and begin to stretch the heel close towards the back of the left hip. Look forward. And then exhale, let's release. Come back into the lunge. Look up. And then turn towards your left and squat down. Bend the right knee. And then let's come to the other side. Bend the left knee. And then inhale. Let's turn to the left. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, come down. Pigeon press again. Lift the chest. Place the hands on that front shin. And then exhale, bend your right knee. Reach back with the right hand. Grab hold of the foot. Bring the heel a little bit in. And then exhale, let's release. Come back into the high lunge. Exhale, release. Step the back foot in a little bit. Straighten out the left leg. Look up. And then exhale, look down. And an inhale, open up towards the right arm up. And then inhale, press all the way up. Come back into the daisy pose. And then take a giant step to your right. Step up, reach up, and exhale towards your left. And then exhale towards your right. Good, reach up. And exhale, release. Good, let's go through the sequence one more time. Inhale, reach up. Reach towards your left. And then your right. Good, rise up. Lift your left leg up. Step out. Lift the chest. Turn towards the left. Exhale, reach down, the right arm. Inhale, bend the right knee, rise up. Lunge, crescent lunge. And then exhale, release. Come into Kapala Bhati. Stretching the front of the chest, front of the hips, lift up. Bend your right knee if that's working out for you. You can raise the left arm up if you like. And then exhale, let's release. Come back into the lunge. And exhale, turn to your right. Squat down to the left thigh. And then the right. Good, and then turn to the right. Raise the arms up. Exhale, come down. Come to pigeon press. Lift the chest. Bend the left knee. Maybe raise the right arm up. Good, exhale, let's release down. Come back into the lunge. Straighten out your right leg. Fold. Square off your hip. And then inhale, right arm down, left arm up. And then inhale, come up. Turn the toes out, come into Virasana. Good, and then go ahead and step to your left. Reach up. Lean towards your right. And then lean towards your left. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale. Good, last side. Inhale, reach up. Lean towards your right. And the left. Inhale, rise up. Take that giant step with that right foot. Step out. Inhale, turn to the right. Exhale, release the left hand down. Fold over the right leg. Extend and lengthen. Inhale, bend the right knee. Come to a nice underneath lunge. And then exhale, let's release the hands down. Move the right foot over towards the left. Let's repeat. Pigeon press. Bend the back knee. Maybe slide your left elbow to the left toes. And then maybe grip back. And release. Go back and square out the feet. Lift up. And then exhale. Turn to your left. Squat down to the right side. And then come to the other side and squat. You're going to turn towards your left. Reach up. And exhale. Come down. Heel pull the left foot over towards the right. Repeating back into the pigeon press. Lift the chest. Bend the right knee. Reach back. Maybe hook the elbow around the toes. And then maybe come to. Good, and then let's release. Let's go ahead and square out. Reach up. exhale, fold over that left leg, straighten left leg, step the right foot in. Let's look up, and then exhale, fold down. And then inhale, stretch your right arm up. Coming into triangle pose. And then inhale, let's rise all the way up. Come back into the daily asana. And then go ahead and take a giant step up to the right. Reach the arms up. And then come to the left. And then back to the right. Good, reach all the way up. And then exhale, release all the way down. Good, so now let's go ahead and move into the downward pose. So come into the center of the mat. We're going to bring the right foot back. Reach back, bend the right knee. Grab the right inner ankle or the right inner arch. Reach the left arm forward and slowly begin to take the right foot into the right hand. Balance forward. And let's go ahead and gently release and windmill the arm back. Let's try the second side. Bend the left leg back. Reach your right arm up. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly pitch forward. And then reach all the way down. Oops, release back and then come back to standing. Good, so come to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the hands up. Let's arch back. Good, bring the hands to the waist. Take the feet hip distance apart. And let's begin to arch all the way back into standing position. Keep your legs bent if that feels better on your lower back. If you want to straighten, just lengthen the lower back, reach back. Good, and then exhale, come up. This time, bring the arms out to the side. Coil and lift the spine, lift the chest, arch back. And then exhale, come up. Let's do one more time. Inhale, this time, reach up overhead. Gradually arch back. Good, and then exhale, let's release. Now, go ahead and grip the elbows, turn the toes in, come down into a forward bend, relax your shoulders, relax your lower back, bend the knees. Good, and from here, walk your hands forward, everybody. Bring your knees to the floor. Bring your elbows down. We're gonna come into Natarajasana. Create like an 11 with your forearms. And from here, we're gonna inhale and curl the toes, lift the hips up. Come into Sukhasana. In on the forearms. We're coming into the dolphin position. Okay, now from here, bring your feet a little closer together. We're just gonna raise the right leg up. Come and create a split. Stabilize on the forearms, keep your shoulders lifted. Good, and then exhale, let's release the right foot down. Left leg comes up. Good, and release down, walk your feet back. Come now into a forearm plank. Good, and then stabilize here. And then push forward a little bit, off the toes. Good, and from here, walk your feet in again, lift your hips up. Raise the left leg up, inhale, lift and split. And then exhale, release. Release the right leg up again. Lift and split. And then exhale, release the right leg down, walk the feet back again, come back into the dolphin plank. And then push a little bit on the toes, come forward. Good, and now from here, walk your knees in, fold down, come to child pose. Good, come on your hands and knees, everybody, curl your toes, press up, and come into downward dog. So from here, we're gonna take the right foot behind the left, so walk your left foot over a little bit, take your right foot behind the left, and we're gonna turn upside down, and come into tabletop. Turn your fingers forward, lift your chest, walk your feet forward a little bit. Good, and let's come into a little bit of pumping of the belly. So inhale, exhale, begin. Lift the hips, look back. Good, now keep your hips off the floor, look over your left shoulder, and walk yourself around and come back into downward dog. Good, let's do the other side. Take the right foot next to the left, take your left foot behind your right, and then begin to turn. Sit up for tabletop. Fingers point toward forward. Good, and then let's breathe 20 rapid breaths. And then lift the hips, look back. Good, now look over your right shoulder and begin to turn and come back into downward facing dog. Good, then from here, bring your knees down, stretch out, come to child pose. Good, now from here, we're gonna come up standing, and we're gonna prepare to go and do a handstand against the wall. So you can take your mat to the wall. And the first variation you can do is you can come into downward facing dog, bring the heels to the wall. And then walk your hands back a little bit, and then start to walk the feet up the wall. Good, and then if you like, you can do the other variation where you pick up with the feet towards the wall. So come into downward dog with your hands about 4 inches away from the wall. Walk in, raise one leg up, and kick it up. Grab your heels up the wall. Good, and then when you're ready, come down and then rest. And we'll go up one more time with the other leg. So if you kicked off of the left leg, kick off the right leg. If you're using the wall, if you walked up with the right leg, then walk with the left leg. Okay, let's try, set it up. It might take a few tries. Press and scrub. Good, and then when you're ready, come down and again rest. Stand on your feet, stand on your hands, and release your wrist. Good, and then bring the hands to the waist, come up. Bring your mat away from the wall if you took it to the wall. And then from here, let's go ahead and lie down. If you'd like to grab a strap to open up the thighs and the hamstring. So we're going to lay down on our back. So lie down. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. So Supta Padangusthasana. Okay, stretch your left leg on the floor, or you can bend the knee depending on how flexible you feel today. And you're going to reach down and grab the big toe of the right foot with the first two fingers of the right hand. If straightening the leg is going to be difficult, this is when you're going to want to use the strap, possibly. And you can hold the strap like that. If you don't have the strap, no worries. You can just allow the leg to extend to the maximum that you can hold. Okay, so I'll teach it with holding the big toe. Place your left hand on top of your left hip bone, and let's inhale, come up and lift the chest and stretch towards the thigh. Good, then exhale, we're gonna release the head down and now drop the leg towards the right. Lift your chest, look over your left shoulder. And then inhale, everybody come up and take your right hand outside of your, take your left hand outside of your right foot. Bring your left hand outside of your right foot. Take your right thumb and put it on the very top of your thigh on the right side. And then from here, we're going to start to twist. Open up the whole T-band on the right-hand side. You can stay here, or you can come down and move into a full twist. Lengthen the top of the right thigh and bring your right arm to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Good. If you're in this variation and you're stacking on top of your hips, bend your left knee and hold the top of the left foot. Good. Turn and twist and lengthen. Move your lower back forward into the front of the belly. And let's release that right hand around the left foot and then inhale. Bring the right leg up again. Grab hold of the big toe. Inhale. Lift up. Good. And then exhale. Bend your left knee. Place the right ankle on top of the left foot. And then inhale. Come through and do the reclining thread the needle. Go ahead and flex both ankles and stretch along the whole outer thigh and outer hip. Good. Then from here, we're going to release the left foot down. Now lift the head, neck, and trunk up and bring the right shin in towards your chest. Good. And come into the forklift variation. Take both elbows under the right calf. Lift the chest. And then from here, we're going to straighten out the left leg. Good. And then lift up, look over the right shin. Good. And now release. Take your left elbow underneath your right foot and take your right elbow, inner elbow, around your right knee and squeeze now into the cradle position. Good. And then let's release. Come to half happy baby. Press the heel down towards the right knee towards the floor. Good. Grab the big toe and then open the leg to the right one more time. Look over your left shoulder. I'm going to bring the leg up. Squeeze in one more time with the front of the face and the chest, and then exhale. Like a little boomerang. Let that leg go. Bring your arms overhead. Bring the legs together. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms back into Sukhasana. And inhale. Good. Squeeze and hold your breath. And exhale, release the breath. Inhale again. And exhale. And then inhale one more time. And exhale. Good, release the arms down, bend your left knee into your chest. Let's go ahead and practice the other side. Grab hold of the big toe with the left, with the finger, first two fingers of the left foot, of the left hand. Good, if you'd like to bend the right knee, you can always do that as an option. And then inhale, let's stretch the left leg up. Maybe you're using your strap, maybe you're holding the big toe, maybe your knee's bent a little bit. Just work with wherever you are today. And then inhale, let's lift the head, neck, and trunk up. Squeeze the left leg into the chest. And good, and then exhale, release the head, neck, and trunk down. Open the left leg to the side, to the left, and look over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the leg up, and then cross your right hand towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Plug the left thumb, the top of the left thigh. Inhale, and then exhale, just bring the leg a little bit over towards the right, just above the right shoulder. Firm the thigh. Take a measured approach. Slide your left hip down. And then if you feel like comfortable, you're going to roll all the way to the right. Good, and then release the left arm to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Come into Supta, Padangusthasana variation. Good, and then you're going to bend the right knee, reach down and hook the foot. If that's an option you'd like to practice, press your lower back towards the front of the lower abdomen. Good, let's release the right leg straight. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Good, then from here, grip the big toe, bend the right knee, bend the left knee, place the left ankle on top of the right knee, and then inhale, scoop the right thigh coming in, grab hold of the front of the right shin, left elbow wedging into that left thigh. And then exhale, place the right foot onto the floor. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and trunk up, and begin to bring the left calf towards you. Scoop under, like the forklift. And then from here, you're going to straighten out the right leg if that's coming today. And then bring the calf and the shin close to the heart. Lift your chest, look over the left leg. Good, and if you feel comfortable, you can lower your head down and rest in this upside down pigeon pose. And now from here, let's go ahead and take the right elbow under the sole of the left foot, left elbow around the left knee. Good, look up, and then look down. Bring the chest, bring the shoulders to the floor. And then slowly release, come into that half happy baby position. Ardha Ananda Balasana. Balasana. Let's straighten out the left leg again one more time. Inhale, open it to the left. Good, and bring the left leg back up. Squeeze in one more time. And then exhale, let's release the left leg down. And then inhale, bring both arms up overhead, interlace again, coming that lying down mountain pose. Let the belly hollow out. Inhale, exhale, hollow again. Inhale, Hold your breath. Good, exhale. And release the arms down. Good, let's bend the knees. Bring the knees into the chest. Let's roll all the way up and just cross your ankles. And everybody, we're gonna come and sit in Virasana. So grab hold of your calf muscles, sit in between the heels, and come into Virasana, the hero's pose. Now we're gonna lie down and we're gonna arch back. If you'd like to have a block underneath the shoulder blades or the upper back, it's an option, totally. Let's reach the arms up, inhale, bring the rib cage in, tailbone down. Good, and then exhale, let's turn to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Good, let's rise up. Reach up, exhale, turn to the other side. Good, and let's unwind. And everybody, let's go ahead and now pressurize the soles of the feet down. Now lift your hips, lower your tailbone towards your pubis. And let's completely come down onto the elbows. Again, rearrange your gluteus forward. Inhale, pressurize the knees down a little bit, the shins down. And then exhale, slowly maybe bring the shoulder blades to the floor. Maybe bring the arms overhead. Reach back and lengthen to the whole front of the body. Good, and then release the arms down. Let's grab hold of the feet, come back onto the elbows, turn the crown of the head down now. Pressurize your shoulder blades up into the ceiling. Good, if your neck feels strong enough, reach the arms back. Let your fingernails touch the floor. Good, reach your arms overhead. Go ahead and grip the soles of the feet again. Press into the elbows. And come all the way up. Good, reestablish your position. Interlace your fingers again, reach up. And exhale, let's release the arms down. One more interlace, push the interlace, inhale, up. Good, and then exhale, let's release all the way down. Come forward and just come onto your hands and knees, everybody, and press up into a plank position. Stretch out your legs, lift and look forward. Good, and then come into Padangusthasana, the downward facing dog. And then from here, walk your hands back a little bit. Everybody jump your feet all the way through and come into Dandasana. Lift the chest. Good, let's go ahead and roll back, bend the knees. Everybody lift the hips, come up into Setu banda, sarvangasana, come into the bridge pose. Lift your chest, lift your hips, wrap your shoulders down and back, press the outer arms down. Good, then release the hips down. And now bring your feet all the way together. Practice Setu banda with a variation. Toes touching, inner toes touching. Inhale, lift the hips up. Squeeze the inner thighs together, the inner knees together. You may not come up as high, it's not a problem. And stay with your breath. Let's release the hips down. Now walk your feet forward a little bit. Drop your knees to the side like a mini Balasana. And now come onto the outside of the feet. And lift up again for Setu Banda. You can switch the cross of the fingers. Press down on the pinky toe side of the feet. Good, and then release the hips down, release your hands from underneath your hips, and bring your feet in a little bit, and gently bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little flat, little gentle hug. And then release the feet down. Let's come into Chakrasana now. We're gonna come into the wheel pose, reach the arms back, inhale, and then exhale. Bend the elbows, place the hands outside of the ears, wrap your shoulders down, and then inhale. Let's lift the hip. This variation is totally fine if you feel comfortable practicing here, that maybe you're not yet ready to push up. Just practice here, creating that strength in the legs. If you'd like to go up a little bit further, you can inhale, squeeze the elbows together, lengthen your lower back, and then exhale, slide the crown of the head towards the floor. Good, really move the floating back ribs into the back. And then maybe inhale and exhale, press through the legs, press through the arms. Let's come up. Good, stay calm and relax. Stay up as long as you can. And if you're ready to come down, bring your chin to your throat. Good, and then release all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice little hug. Good, and then from there, let's roll to the right side. Let's come up and let's practice shoulder stand now as we're coming to wind down the practice. I do recommend, I'm going to practice today with blankets. If you don't have blankets, no worries, just practice it without. But if you do have blankets, I'll show you how to do this. You take the rounded edge towards the front of your mat. And I'm going to stack actually 3 blankets to help me elevate my pelvis up and have them evenly stacked. You can fold your mat. And if you have blocks or a bolster, you can place the bolster underneath your hips to catch you when you come down. If you don't have any of this equipment, no worries, just practice without it. And we're going to go into the shoulder stand and we're going to practice a few leg variations. So if you did do the pile of blankets, you're going to lie down. And the top of your shoulders is going to be about 1 inch below the edge of the blanket. So you can see my head is off of the blankets and so is my neck. Okay, now from here, feet are parallel. I'm going to lift the hips again. And I'm going to wrap my shoulders under my back. And you can do that with you, even if you don't have any of the equipment. Good. Let the chest open nice and wide. Now I'm going to release my hands from out of underneath my hips. And from here, I'm going to bring my knees in my chest. And everybody, let's go ahead and now go into the plow pose. And earlier in our course, we went through some variations. So please repeat whatever you need to do for the variation. Let's interlace the fingers. And we're going to come on to the top of the shoulder heads and try to bring the hip over the shoulders. Good. When you feel you're kind of stable, you're going to bend the elbows and place the hands at the small of the back. And as you see, I'm touching my skin. It's got a little bit of a better grip. Bring the chin to the throat to really stimulate the glands in the neck. And then from here, everybody, let's bend both knees and start to straighten the legs. And let's come up. First, let's bend the knees and stretch through the quads like we've been working on today. Bring your tailbone in. Good. And then once you feel you've got a good sense of elevation, let's extend both legs up. Good. And let your gaze settle on the space between the big toes. And take a few minutes while your blood rushes down towards your head, towards your chest, towards your heart, bringing a lot of cardiovascular stimulation. Good. Stabilize and breathe. Keep walking your hands slowly up towards the shoulder blades or down towards the shoulder blades. Go, let your blood pressure stabilize for a couple more breaths. Good. Now from here, we're going to bend both knees again. Press the knees to the ceiling. And then we're going to slowly bring the knees close to the head. And we're going to come back into plow pose. And then reestablish plow pose. We're not done yet. We're going to go back up. Good. Letting the shoulder blades, the whole shoulder heads open. Good. Now this time we're going to keep the right leg down, and we're just going to bring the left leg up and come into what's called Ekapada sarvangasana. So one-legged shoulder stand. Lift your right hip up to the ceiling. Good. And then now release the left leg down. And let's switch. Right leg's going to come up. And then just notice the difference in the experience between these variations. Good. Let's release the right leg down. And then again, bend both knees, everybody, and come back up into shoulder stand with the double leg. Now from here, turn your toes out, bend your knees, and bring the soles of the feet together right on top of the groin. Good. And then inhale. Let's open the legs all the way out to wide-legged position. And then from here, bring the toes towards the floor. So come to Supta Konasana. It's like the plow pose, but the legs are spread. Hold your back, and now we're going to walk the left leg to the right leg and come into Parivrita Savangasana. Turn. Now walk the left leg back out, come into the Konasana, the ankle pose, and then walk your right leg to the left foot. And let the toes touch if possible, and turn the waist. Good. And watch the right leg out. Come back into Konasana. And then from there, slide both legs together. Come back into your plow pose. Now bend both knees. Bring the knees outside of the ears. Come into what's called Karna Pidasana. And if you feel comfortable, you can bring your hands to your heels and close in. And then from there, we're going to inhale and straighten both legs now. Hold your toes with your feet, with your hands. And one more full long breath. And on the exhale, we're going to slowly roll down. If you have the cushion or the block, let the block or the cushion catch your hips. Bend your knees, everybody, and slowly bring your feet to the floor. Let's inhale and exhale. Good. And then just relax. You can stretch out your legs. If you didn't use any of the blanket or anything, just turn your head back and come into the fish pose. If you're on the support like I am, go ahead and slide back so that your shoulder blades come off of your blanket and just lie down. Lift your chin towards the ceiling and take a modified fish position. Good. Now, wherever you are, everybody just lay down and come into a Shavasana. Rest gently. We're going to rest for a few moments. Come into some long, deep breaths. So one more nice long breath. And we'll practice the practice of Marmastanas, which is a body scanning practice in Shavasana, similar to Yoga Nidra. So let's bring our attention to our big toes. Inhale. And then exhale from your heart. Now bring your attention to your ankles. And then inhale at your ankles. And exhale towards your heart. And bring your attention to your calf muscles. Inhale to your calf muscles. And exhale towards your heart. Bring your attention to the center of your kneecap. Inhale. And then exhale towards your heart. Now bring your attention to the middle of your thigh. And inhale. And exhale from both thighs to your heart. Now bring your awareness to your reproductive organs and inhale from them. Exhale towards your heart. Inhale at your navel center. And exhale towards your heart. Now inhale at your heart. And also exhale at your heart, feeling that full expansion of the lungs. Now bring your attention to the front of your throat and inhale there, creating the ujjayi sound. Exhale to your heart again. Now bring your attention to the roof of your mouth, back to the soft palate, and inhale into the back roof of the mouth. And then exhale towards your heart. Now bring your attention and your awareness to the point between the eyebrows, the center of your brain in the Chitakasha, or the Ajna Chakra. And then inhale into that spaciousness of the inner eye. And then exhale towards your heart. Now bring your attention to the crown of your head and inhale all the way from the base of the toes, all the way up your leg, up your center channel, through all of the chakras, all 7 coming up to the crown of the head. Good, and then hold your breath there. And then let your awareness extend down towards the heart and exhale through your heart. And let the breath go. And now naturally, just dwell in the receptivity of the inhale and the release of the exhale as you watch it and observe this breath awareness. Letting this inner focus and inner attention and inner awareness coat the inner lining of that interior landscape, creating a sense of virya or strength or resilience to remain quiet for a few moments. have one more long, deep breath. And then exhale to side out, let it go. Let's go ahead and stretch out. Stretch through the legs, stretch through the arms, make a fist, squeeze the back body into the front body, hold the breath. And then release the breath, release the tension in the body, release the arms down. Good, and then go ahead and just give yourself a rub down through the arms and the belly, the legs, bring the knees into the chest, rub along the calves and the shins, the back of the thighs. And then from here, let's roll to the one side, roll to the right side if possible. And let's go ahead and come up and let's sit. So if you need to adjust your position or your cushion, please do. And then come into a cross-legged position. And let's practice some pranayama. We'll close with Kapala Bhati and then a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana. Just easy. So let's bring the hands into the Jnana Mudra. Place the palms down for this time. Let's inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale again. And let's begin pumping 50 pumps. Inhale and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way up to the throat. Lift your pelvic floor, drop your chin down, and hold your breath. Lift your chin, exhale slowly, releasing the pelvic floor, releasing the breath all the way out. Good, second round, we'll go round of 60. Inhale and begin your pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 50. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 60. Release. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Let's inhale and hold. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Drop the chin down towards the throat. Slide your tongue back a little bit in your palate. Hold your breath. Let's lift the chin, everybody. Exhale out of the nose slowly, releasing the pelvic floor gently. Good. Now just place your hands one on top of the other at the lap. And then inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's bring the left hand into Jnana Mudra with the hand facing up. Coming to Vishnu Mudra on the right, Nasika Mudra. Inhale through both nostrils. Close your right nostril. Exhale to the left. Inhale through the left to the point between the eyebrows. Close the left nostril. Exhale through the right, all the way down and out. Inhale through your right nostril, bringing the breath all the way up to that space between the eyebrows, high in the nasal cavity. And hold. Exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Close and hold with the breath up in the high point of the nasal cavity. Exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Close. And exhale through your left. Good. 2 more rounds. Now we'll practice with bandas. So inhale, lift your pelvic floor as you inhale through the left nostril. Hold your breath, drop your chin down. Good. Now release the chin, exhale through your right. Release your pelvic floor. And then return to that inhale on the right side, lifting the pelvic floor, squeezing the anal sphincter. Now hold your breath, squeeze both nostrils, drop the chin down, look inward. Lift the chin, everybody. Exhale through the left nostril. Release your pelvic floor. One more round. Inhale to your left. Close. Squeeze. Lift the Mula Bandha. Hold Jalandhara Bandha. Hold your breath. Relax your shoulders. Good. Release the right nostril. Exhale, releasing all of the tension, all the constriction in the bandhas. And then inhale through your right nostril. Squeeze and hold. Good. Release. Exhale to the left. Release the bandhas. Then release the right hand down. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. And we'll close with just a couple of moments of meditation on the practice of Koham and Soham. So we ask ourselves on the inhale who we are, who are we, who am I on the inhale, Koham. Hold your breath and say Soham. And when we exhale, we say Na Aham. Let's try that now with the English. Inhale, who am I? Hold your breath. I am that essential witness consciousness, pure of all of my masks and personalities. And I'm going to exhale what I am not. I am not my thoughts. I am not the negative feedback loop. I am not even limited to this body. And then one more time, inhale, Koham. Hold So exhale, na, aham. One more breath in silence now. And then exhale. Let's release the hands to the heart, everybody, and then gently and sweetly open the eyes. Good. I will see you in the next practice.